just a quickie. I keep getting asked why I turn away from choke. This is one of the Nimonic bars what I've bought, and I'm turning. I'm taking 4mm off a 2mm cut on this lathe that's toss. Listen to that. Grumpy as hell. I'm going to turn it so far so I can get the tool in at the chuck end and turn away from chuck and see if that's any better. I'll bet my house it is. Look at that. I've seen oak trees with a better finish on them. It's not because of the lathe, it's because of the material. That's just a 2mm cut. I'm going to put a light skim on that to clean it, and then I'm going to turn it round and see what happens then. A little teeny tiny 5th out cut to remove 10th out, 1/4 mm. Well, that's better, but shouldn't have to do it. And that chattering has damaged the insert just for that short piece. I'm going to turn it round and turn from the chuck towards the tailstock. I doubt very much it'll be as good a finish as that, but that was only a 5th out cut. Let's have a look what it's like when it's finished. The only thing I am changing is the tool. Obviously I'm turning the other way and the approach angle's different, 15 degrees to 45, but it's a 2mm cut on a big lathe. It doesn't matter. One other advantage here, I can just pick this cut up and just graze on the part that's already turned and let it pick up. So it's easy to blend in, then coming the other way. Let me get it going and see what happens. So you can see it's just touching and it's going to pick up shortly. I'll get the coolant on. Same speed and feed, nothing's changed. Well, it's not chattering yet, and the pickup, you can barely feel it. Well, it's still going and still no chatter. I just hope the insert lasts to the end without burning out. It should do. Just bear in mind, this steel is Nimonic. Certainly, if it was 4130, 4145 mild steel, You could cut other way, no problem. You could even use a plastic knife and fork to cut it. I was taught this method from a guy that served his apprentice and worked all his life at Sheffield Forge Masters. And on all exotic materials, on super alloys, they did it this way. As for an explanation of why it works, different ideas. One, that it's the machine that's wore out from the years of traversing towards the chuck, and everything's tighter going this way. But the best one I've heard is that it's continuously loading up the centre, not trying to push the steel off the centre. Who knows? It's a shame Newton isn't still alive. He could probably tell us. If it was going to chatter, it would start to chatter here as it gets towards the end of the tailstock. One more thing I should mention: if you try this, just make sure you've left enough room for the tool to leave the job and the saddle not to run into the tailstock. If you saw my last video, you'll have seen me trepang these. What you didn't see is me counterbore them. But I can show that now. While I'm turning that, I'm finished boring them to size. Well, I think we'll call that a success. It's not going to chatter now. I'll just let the cook go off and we'll have a look at the finish. I will just say it's best not to go right off because it can break the tip, so I'm going to wind this off. So all I have to do now, put that tool back in, take the bird off the end. Let's just have a look at the finish. Barely feel that. Job done. Not quite job done. Just before I go, if you look on my channel, I have another video titled Unconventional Turning. I'm using my phone and I'm computer illiterate, so I have no idea how to put a link on. And also Richard on Making Something From Nothing channel, he made a video doing the same thing. See you lads.